Okay guys, welcome back to Jtwes. Hopefully we had some well fixing to do, and which put off the potato planting a little bit, but hopefully, praise the Lord, we're going to plant some potatoes today. And I think the soil is a lot better than it was the other day when I changed my mind about it. It was a little heavy, and some of those clods probably are some clay soil, but I do know that cover crop, the root balls of that cover crop had a lot of it holding it together. It hadn't quite decomposed all the way yet. I'm sure the corn ground will work up a whole lot better because it'll have a lot longer to decompose on that. But with that said, let's run off some rows now. I've angled my back feet a little bit too and put a little bit of down pressure on them. We'll run off some rows, plant some potatoes, we'll cover them up, and I may go around here and cultivate the row of garlic. I'll get it out in a minute. Roll of garlic and get it started this year. But it's the outlook for the next 2 weeks is almost as you could almost plant something. But I know we got one more cold spell coming. I want to see what the outlook is up into mid-April, mid to latter April, and then we'll make a decision on planting sweet corn and Jimmy Red. But anyway, let's get out and run some rows off. I don't know how far Sammy filmed me, if he filmed me coming out of the field or not, but some of you may have noticed that I curled uphill. I did that because I'm trying to slow the water down a little bit. Last year, I don't like saying lose dirt, because you never lose dirt. It just gets dislocated or moved or to another position, but you never lose dirt. It don't disappear. I dislocated some dirt down here, and I had to get it up with the scoop pan and bring it back. And then this year what I did is I'm curling the very end of the row here, and hopefully what it'll do, it'll slow that water down a little bit as it's coming down through here, and maybe keep it from dislocating a bunch of dirt where I have to get the scoop pan and get it up and move it back into the field. So this first little 2 rolls worth in that garden, they got a little bit of clay in it, but from there over is real loamy, and it worked up great, and As you've seen on the camera, it wasn't that cloddy or nothing, and it did perfect. This is a little cloddy, but we're gonna plant it anyway and see what happens. Sometimes that rain will soften all that stuff once you get it in a bed, and it'll be okay. So I think we'll start with what was under the house, and we'll plant some with them wrapped, maybe this whole first row wrapped, and then maybe we'll come back and plant half of this row where I just cut some of the maybe cut some of the eye off and just make it smaller. Just kind of wrapping them like that right there. Somebody said the potatoes they planted were never, oh, it was Jtwes from England, was never no bigger than an egg, which a lot of these are about that size. It's kind of cool though that these sat under the house since last year, and they're going to get a new lease on life. That one's stiff. I really can't bend that one. Put them a little bit close, but hopefully they'll be okay. You guys get the idea. Let me plant out through this row right here, and I'll get Sammy to carry the bucket for me, and then we'll come back down the other row. Okay, just like that. 2 rows potatoes. I ran off 3. Didn't know how far they'd go. I probably got them a little closer than I normally do, but that's okay. So what we're using on planting potatoes, guys, or what I'm doing this year, we have pretty much a whole row of store-bought here, and then we have these that were under the house. And so everybody remember, this row with the store-bought up there has some that I did cut the eyes back a little bit, so we'll see how that does on that end versus just wrapping them around, see if it does any difference. I don't know, we'll see. A couple of these are whole potatoes. From about here down is whole potatoes, because I didn't have enough to get up this row here. So that'll leave us 2 rows of green beans, and the rest of it sweet potatoes, maybe three rows of sweet potatoes, all which will allow me to put the electric fence around the green beans and sweet potatoes. That's the reason for the whites in here. The white potatoes didn't necessarily have to be in here, but that's just the room I had to put them in. And that left me enough here. If I wanted to make something here, I could. I don't know, we may do something in there. Daddy puts a lot of the ash from the fireplace out here. So let's put some disc on, and let's get these discs on so we can cover up a little bit. Okay, we got the disc on. We're going to disc them in, and I'll probably see how much dirt's covering it, and I'll adjust my speed, the depth of the disc, and you know, I'm not worried about if it covers it a little bit. That'll be fine. I think it'll still come on out of the ground. Maybe I'll shoot for 3 or 4 inches, 2 or 3, somewhere in there. This row here is probably gonna have a few clods get on it, but hopefully if it rains on it, it'll kind of melt them together and they'll come on up through it and be okay. I guess the first potato in the ground. This is the first seed, so to speak. This is the 2025 garden season, guys. Look forward to it. I got a lot of things going on right now that I don't know will or will not affect how many videos I can do this summer. I think I can still do about the same amount. but it, you know, it may be 1 or 2 less a month, you know, in sometimes. So we'll just have to see how that goes. And but I don't know, may not affect nothing. We just in some planning stages right now, talking and seeing what's going on. But you know, well, channel will be here. You don't have to worry about that. It's just how much content, which you know, I noticed Pete with just a few acres has been doing a video about once every 14 days, and he's, Lord of mercy, he seems to do okay with that. So it, you know, it's you got to remember, guys like me, a couple other fellows, you know, that we have full-time jobs, and we, you know, we work 40 hours a week, and we try to squeeze our videoing in after work on weekends, and so it makes free time pretty tight. And so you know, it's hard. I wished I could do YouTube full-time. That would be my ultimate goal one day, to be honest with you. And maybe we'll get there one day, hopefully. But I enjoy the potatoes. I'm hoping they'll do good. And we'll run through the garlic after this with the disc and see what's going on. All right, so let's cover them up and make sure Sammy gets some good shots. Think that'll work. I like it. I didn't have no tape measure, but from I think it was 3-4 inches. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to look like 10 inches on camera, but it's really, I don't think it is. I don't know if any of you eagle eyes noticed, but I'll go ahead and tell you what I did. I put some 10-10-10 on one side of those little furs that it made when I laid it off, and that disc kind of incorporated it and threw it over, but it didn't throw straight fertilizer over it. Just threw some fertilizer enriched dirt over it, which I think that'll do pretty good, and it won't burn it or anything. And which is probably, I don't know, it may be hard to burn potatoes anyway with fertilizer. Some plants, man, you get fertilizer 1 centimeter too close to it and you can set it back. Not sure about potatoes, but I don't think they will. But anyway, it'll be incorporated in the dirt, and that'll work out good. This second row, it really rolled over it good. It was just all nice and soft dirt rolling over it. So I look for that second roll to be pretty good. First roll is going to be spotty. It's going to be some tight spots in it, but that's okay. I can't, you know, all of my patches can't be sandy and loamy. I got plenty of sandy and loamy soil, but I do have to deal with a little bit of clay sometimes, but it is what it is. Let's go, let's cultivate the garlic before it gets too dark. Well, 2025 garden season, it's a start. We have got to take, me and Sammy's got to take the back feet off, the disc off, get the one bottom plow, get the boom pole, and see if we can get the disc on a lawnmower trailer, because hopefully, Lord willing, next video will be getting Ellie up his first garden. So the plan is Ellie, we're going to get it up, and make sure I ain't covering my mic. We'll get it up in some rows, and he's going to plant it, and obviously he's going to have to mostly hoe it to take care of it until we can do something better for him. But you know, again, we'll see. But he wants him a little garden, and I'm not saying we couldn't maybe go over there with some rolling cultivators one day and freshen some stuff up. We probably could do that, but couldn't do it, you know, at the rate that I would cultivate something here, like every other day or something. But other than that, I think I appreciate you all guys watching. Not a lot of two-plant potatoes. Most you can do it. Potatoes is easy to plant, and hopefully they'll do good and get a season on them. And it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to have some bad weather Sunday. So for a lot of you guys that watch me from out west, Louisiana, Mississippi, and out that way, Texas and stuff, y'all be careful and be thinking and praying about you. I think it's supposed to rain here, and that'll hopefully seal that in a little bit, and we'll, you know, obviously I'll keep you documented on how they sprout. So, but other than that, y'all have a good day, a good week. God bless you. We'll see you.